How's it going, Ruckus and the Menace fam? You are watching another Ruckus and the Menace sports production as I, Spenace the Menace, am taking on the Cleveland Guardians March to October. We're coming to a close. We're now at the ALCS as we just got through a 4-game series with the New York Yankees. However, this series kind of takes me back a little bit. The year is 1997. 2 years prior, Cleveland gets to the World Series, falls to Atlanta. The next year, Baltimore gets to the ALCS and falls to New York. The Yankees then eventually win that World Series. However, in 1997, the stars aligned and the Cleveland Indians at the time, with players like Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez, and Marquise Grissom, took on the Baltimore Orioles, who had players like Rafael Palmeiro, Cal Ripken Jr., and Brady Anderson. These two would square off, and the Guardians eventually won this series in 1997 in 6 games, losing to the Florida Marlins in the World Series. In this rematch of 27 years ago, we are in Game 1 in the bottom of the 7th. No score, and let's see what happens. Corbin Burnes on the mound facing David Fry, and Jose Ramirez is on base. 1 on, 1 out. The ALCS is scheduled to begin. David Fry digging in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on first, 1 out. Burnes looks and sends a pickoff move to Jose Ramirez, and Ryan Mountcastle over there at first. Ramirez is safe. Burnes has one of those left.
That's the ball.
Runner moving. And Jose Ramirez gets caught. Adley Rutschman beating him on the jump. And now there are 2 out. Burnes deals the 1-0. And Fry fouls it off. The count is 1-1. Burnes misses low and inside with the slider. And Fry is now ahead, 2-1, or 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fry fouls off a cutter low. The count's back even at 2-2. The 2-2 from Burnes. Slider missing well wide. And the count is now full. Payoff pitch from Burnes coming. Burnes deals. And catches Fry looking on the outside corner. And the 7th inning is over. After 7 complete, we have no score.
Leading off the Baltimore,
Ramon Urias digging in the top of the 8th inning. Shane Bieber deals. Fouls off the 4-seam fastball on the inside corner. Bieber with pitch number 100 on the way. And it is a ground ball straight to Jose Ramirez, who throws it to Josh Naylor for out number 1.
Now batting, the 7th fielder,
Cedric Mullins is now the leadoff hitter, or now the batter digging in. And Mullins fouls off a slider breaking inside, and the count is 0-1. Bieber dealing. Mullins fouling off a changeup, and the count is 0-2. Mullins fouling off the fastball. Still the 0-2.
That's low. That's a ball.
Knuckle curve missing low. 1-2 to Mullins. Mullins is seeing that fastball and fouling it off. The 1-2 again. Mullins is seeing the cutter and fouls it off. Another 1-2. Mullins is just touching everything.
No, that missed. That's
fastball missing high. 2-2. And he is frozen on the backdoor cutter. Turn that K backwards and sit him down. That is strikeout number 11 for Bieber. And 2 away. And Jordan Westberg is now digging in. Westberg fouls off the front door slider. And the count is 0-1. Bieber dealing the 0-1. Leaves a changeup over the middle, pretty much middle, and Westberg gets well too far in front of it. And the count is 0-2. The 0-2 to Westberg. Knuckle curve just off the plate. Westberg chases but gets contact. The 0-2 to Westberg. Fouls off a four-seam fastball. 1-2. Just could not keep the bat back. Struck out swinging. And we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. No score between the Guardians and Orioles. And Bo Naylor is digging in. Corbin Burns deals.
That's inside.
Curveball missing inside for ball 1. Baker and Colombe warming up for the Orioles. Naylor.
2-0.
Cutter missing well outside. And the count is 2-0. Naylor 0 for 2 on the day. Burns dealing. This time a cutter in the strike zone that Naylor gets contact on, but fouls it off. And the count is 2-1. Cutter off the outside, but Naylor swinging and missing. And it is 2-2. Cutter low. Cutter well off the plate. And foul. And the count is still 2-2. Naylor sees a slider off the outside. Just is a little tardy to it. And fouls it off. Naylor gets a piece of it. That is a seed. Past a diving left fielder. And Naylor is in standing with a double. A big shot from the Guardians catcher into the gap. Just out past the diving Austin Hayes. And Brian Rocchio, the rookie, is up to bat. Rocchio fouls off a cutter low. And the count is 0-1. Rocchio hits a high fly ball to left field. Hayes is under it and makes the grab. 1 out. Runner on second. 1 down.
Now batting.
And Andres Jimenez is digging in to the batter's box. Jimenez hits a ball. Base hit. But the Guardians choose not to send Naylor around third. The go-ahead run is now 90 feet closer. And Brandon Hyde is now having to go to the pen to take out his ace. 7 1/3 for Corbin Burns. All of it scoreless, but the runners at the corners are his responsibility. And Brian Baker has come in. And will now face Ramon Laureano as his first batter. Runners at the corners. 1 out. And Laureano, with the first pitch he sees, gets a base hit, and the Guardians have taken the lead. Laureano with a huge hit. Solidly into a simple right center field shot. And the run comes in. Stephen Kwan is digging into the batter's box. And it is prime time. As we know what the Guardians are going to do next. And Stephen Kwan gets it there. Another run does not cross in as Kwan is grounded into the 3-6-3 double play. But Ramon Laureano hits a nice little single into center, right center, to bring in the go-ahead run.
Leading off for Baltimore, the catcher, number 35, Adley.
Clase is entering, and he will face Rushman, Santander, and Gunnar Henderson. Clase still a little cold, but we are going to give him a pitch, maybe two, a couple of pitches to warm up. Emmanuel Clase.
No, that's not.
Cutter missing high for ball 1. On the 1-0, Rushman fouls off a fastball, and the count is 1-1.
No, that's down.
Clase missing with a slider down. The count's 2-1. Gets the cutter right there into the strike zone. And the count's 2-2. And Rushman gets jammed. Pops it up to third, and Jose Ramirez is there for out number 1. Anthony Santander is now at the bat.
Ball.
The cutter missing well inside.
1 ball, no strike.
Little brushback pitch, and the count's 1-0. The 1-0 slider is fouled off by Santander, and the count is 1-1. The high cheese is fouled off. And the cutter is blooped on the 1-2. And that is caught by Ramirez into shallow left field. And the Orioles are down to their final outs in Game 1. Gunnar Henderson is now up to bat. Henderson 0 for 3 on the day. And Clase deals a cutter that misses just a little bit high. 1-0. The slider on 1-0 is fouled off by Henderson. 1-1. The backdoor cutter gets in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the count is 1-2.
That missed, that's the ball.
A slider missing low. Clase trying with the backdoor cutter again, and the count is still 2-2.
You got a full count.
Henderson wanted that fastball. Wasn't biting. The count's full, and the first payoff is a cutter that is fouled. But Clase will miss on a backdoor slider attempt. And it is ball four. A blooper caught by Andres Jimenez after a fastball inside. The Guardians will win this game 1-0. A huge victory in Game 1 puts us in position, and a bit of a small jam as the tying run will be at second base. Bibby is throwing with Rutschman at second and Anthony Santander in the batter's box in the top of the 6th inning. He deals. Circle changeup right there, perfectly planted for strike one. Santander swing and a miss on the fastball inside. And Santander crushes a curveball that just hung. And it is gone. And the Orioles now have a 3-2 lead. That curveball hung about middle, and Santander got absolutely all of it. And now the Guardians have to regroup. Gunnar Henderson now in the batter's box. Changeup. First 2 pitches strikes. Bibby on the 0-2. Henderson fouling off a fastball. The count is still 0-2.
1 ball.
Curveball missing low. And the 1-2 is a high fly ball to left field, caught by Kwan for out number 2. And Ryan Mountcastle is now digging in. Swing and a miss on the circle change. A front door slider freezes Mountcastle for strike 2. And a swing and a miss on a slider tailing well away, getting Mountcastle to chase, and the side is retired. Josh Naylor, Jose Ramirez, David Fry due up for the Guardians in the bottom of the 6th inning. Josh Naylor, who is 0 for 1 and hit by a pitch by Bradish earlier in the game. And Naylor hits a hard ground ball right to Mountcastle, who puts it away unassisted for out number 1. Jose Ramirez, 0 for 2 on the day. But gets a base hit. A big 1-out single up the middle past Henderson.
Now back, the designated hitter.
And now David Fry.
Nope. Ball 1.
And Ramirez is caught again. Adley Rutschman. Missed signal.
1-1.
And it is now 1-1 on a swing and a miss on the slider. And that is a foul ball from Fry, and the count is 1-2. But Fry gets a base hit up the middle. A 2-out single. The Guardians are hitting the ball. Now they just got to put 2 and 2 together. And Naylor on the first pitch he sees is a high fly ball deep to Mullins, and it is caught, and the 6th inning is over. 3 innings remain, and Austin Hayes, Ryan O'Hearn, and Ramon Urias are due up in the top of the 7th
Leading off
for the
Orioles,
Birds.
the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Could be deals. First pitch he sees, ground ball to Jose Ramirez,
Out.
and Naylor makes the catch on the other end in time for out
The designated
number
hitter,
1.
Ryan
Ryan O'Hearn looks at a changeup,
0-1.
takes it, and it's strike 1.
Ball, that goes.
And with the fastball,
Ball 2.
ball 1. Missing on the slider, 2. That curveball fouled back, and it's 2-2.
The count is full.
And the high fastball does not get counted for strike 3. And the count is 2-2. And a base hit up the middle by O'Hearn
The batter,
on the very next pitch.
Ramon
That fastball.
Urias.
Urias on the swing and a miss. Gets frozen up on a fastball. And strikes out on 3 pitches following the change of speeds.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cedric.
The changeup inside, the fastball getting a little bit closer to the middle, and that slider for strike 3. And Cedric Mullins is
That's a
now
ball.
at the bat. That high fastball
Ball 1,
missing
no strike.
for ball 1. The low fastball is fouled off, and the count's 1-1. Mullins fouls off a slider inside outing it. This count is 1-2. And the curveball is a swing and a miss. And we head into the 7th inning stretch. No runs, a hit. No Guardians errors. And that runner that just reached was left on base. Rocchio, Jimenez, and Laureano, the 7-8-9, leading the way for the Guardians in the bottom of the 7th. Rocchio
1-0.
takes the pitch, the changeup, inside for ball 1. Rocchio hits a single up the middle. Base hit.
Now batting,
Rocchio is 3 for 3 on the day.
Menace.
The Rook putting in the work on the comebacker. And Brandon Hyde has seen enough. Bradish has now hit the bench. Who will the Orioles manager bring in?
Now pitching for
He
Baltimore,
brings in Danny Colombe, the lefty.
Tulo.
And the lefty to face, Andres Jimenez.
Ball, that's inside.
And that is a cutter. Missing inside for ball 1.
Hey,
Swing and a miss on the cutter.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And Jimenez just swung a little too high over. And the count is 1-1. Sinker fouled off as Jimenez got over the top. The count is 1-2. And this is popped up. An ugly pop-up caught by Urias for out.
The right fielder,
Number
number
1.
10,
Ramon Laureano, the man who hit the game winner in Game 1, is not able to get it as the rally is killed on the double play. After 7 complete, the Orioles lead 3-2.
Leading off
And
for the
Jordan
Orioles, the
Westberg
second baseman, Jordan
is now up.
Westberg. Now
And the
pitching
Guardians
for
are
the
going to a pitching
number
change.
49,
Eli Morgan
Morgan.
is the pitcher getting ready to dig in on the hill. And Morgan puts a four-seam fastball in the well on the inside corner for strike 1. Front door slider
0-2 is the count.
causing misdirection. And the count is 0-2.
Ball,
The
that's
0-2 slider does not get Westberg to chase. The 1-2 from Morgan is a high, towering fly ball. Caught by Miles Straw for out number 1.
Up next for the Orioles, the catcher,
Adley Rushman is now up. Inside outs. An 0-1 or a first pitch slider. Foul ball. Takes the four-seamer up high. And the count is 0-2. Morgan deals. Swing and a miss on the circle changeup. And Morgan has struck out Rushman. And Anthony Santander, who just hit a 2-run home run, check swings and lets a slider go by. It's strike 1. And the four-seam fastball for strike 2. Swing and a miss on the circle change. We head to the bottom of the 8th as Eli Morgan has struck out the side. Yennier Cano is now pitching for the Orioles in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Stephen Kwan is leading off. Sinker off the outside. Swung on and missed too late for strike number 1. Stephen Kwan, ground ball. Right to Westberg and Mountcastle for out number 1. Miles Straw. Swung on and missed for strike 1 on the sinker. And it goes unassisted to Mountcastle down the line for out number 2. Josh Naylor, who just ripped one right at Mountcastle his last time up.
0-1.
Swings and misses well behind on the sinker for strike 1. Naylor gets out in front of the changeup, but it is caught by Santander. And we now head into the top of the 9th. Gunnar Henderson up to bat. That is fouled off. Deal 1. Swung on and missed on the changeup. And the count is 0-2. Henderson fouling off. Couple of breaking balls. But Morgan shows him the heat. Strike 3. Turning the K backwards.
The first baseman.
As Morgan is showing that he could strike guys out. Swing and a miss on the slider for Mountcastle. It's 0-1. Fouls off the fastball. The count's 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Curveball missing. 1-2. Throws Mountcastle up on the changeup. The off-speed pitch gives Eli Morgan his 5th strikeout. Austin Hayes is now up. Fouling off the fastball.
0-1.
That slider was very close. 1-1. The 1-1 is a ground ball to Jimenez, going right to Josh Naylor. And now the Guardians have 3 outs to put up 2 runs. Ramirez, Fry, and Naylor, as in Bo, due up. And the 2023 reliever of the year in Felix Bautista
Number 74.
is the closer.
Bautista leading off.
And Jose Ramirez
The third
digs
baseman.
in.
Ramirez.
And Ramirez hits a nice ball into the gap, but it is caught by Hayes before it can come down and officially split the outfielders. One away. Fry hits a foul ball hard down the third base line, but gets a little too far in front. And the count is 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1
And that 102-mile-an-hour fastball was just sailed. And the count is 1-1. The 1-1 to Fry. Fry just gets a piece of it. Gets a piece of a splitter that was hanging middle. And the count is 1-2. And that splitter dipped entirely too low. Fry chased. And the count is a strikeout. And there are 2 away. Bo Naylor. Guardians down to their final out. Fouling off a splitter, and it is 0-1. Naylor gets in front of a slider, fouling it off. And the Guardians are now down to their final out and final strike. Naylor fouling off a splitter. And he is frozen on the slider. And the Orioles will take this series back to Camden Yards, winning 3-2, tied at 1. Tough pill to swallow. Game 3. We are now in Baltimore in the top of the 6th with John Means pitching. David Fry and Bo Naylor on base, and Stephen Kwan is now up. Nobody out in a rainy October night. In the top of the 6th inning, as Stephen Kwan is now up to bat. Digs in and sends a fastball low, but a high fly ball caught by Austin Hayes for out
The batter,
number 1.
the center fielder, Miles
This game tied at 1. And Miles Straw now up to bat. Sees the circle changeup, thinking it was going to sit just a little bit higher. And it was swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Four-seam fastball missing high. It's 1-1. Means the former West Virginia Mountaineer deals.
2-1.
And that slider four-seam fastball taken. For strike 1 or strike 2.
We got a full count.
And that pitch gets away. The Mountaineer sending a wild pitch past Rushman. And the go-ahead run is now 90 feet closer. But it fills up the count. The payoff is fouled off. Straw
That's ball 4.
loads them up. Ball 4. And Josh Naylor is now digging in to that right-handed batter's box. And Naylor hits a fly ball. Caught. Big play at the plate. Not in time.
Now down. Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And the Guardians have taken the lead. Not in time. And Ramirez in the batter's box. And he hits a high, towering fly ball to left field. Unfortunately, too far under it. And the top of the 6th for the Guardians is over. Westberg, Rushman, and Santander due up.
Leading off for the Orioles, the second
Gavin
baseman,
Williams on the hill.
Jordan
Westberg takes a fastball inside. And the count is 1.
1
The
and
front door slider just did not want to slide. And the count is 1-1. That slider decided to slide. And the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball, breaking away.
The catcher, number 35.
And the Orioles
Adley
now have 1 out in the
Ruxman.
bottom of the 6th. Williams.
inside, ball 1.
Four-seam fastball missing a bit inside for ball 1. The circle changeup is fouled off by Rushman, and the count is even at 1. The 1-1 to the Orioles catcher is frozen up on the slow slider. And the count is 1-2. The 1-2 to Rushman. Fouled off. Another 1-2 to the former number 1 overall draft pick. It's fouled off. Another 1-2 to the Orioles catcher. And it is a curveball that gets past Naylor, but he's able to recover it in time to get the
Up
second
next
out.
for the Orioles, the right fielder.
Let's look at this pitch by pitch, or at least the stat cast on this curveball. Broke 12 inches and had a spin rate of over 2,700 RPM. And Anthony Santander is now up. Santander, who hit the go-ahead home run in Game 2 is 0 for 2 today against Gavin Williams. And he just fouled off a fastball and took a changeup low, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 to Santander. And he gets handcuffed. But Ramirez is forced to eat it. An infield single. And the tying run for the Orioles is on base. With 2 away, and Gunnar Henderson at the plate.
That's a ball.
Henderson takes the changeup low.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Takes the fastball high, and the count is 2-0. Swings at the slider and misses.
One strike.
And it's 2-1. And Henderson gets a curveball, high fly ball to left field, caught by Stephen Kwan, and the inning is over. With 6 complete, the Guardians have the 2-1 lead. Ramon Laureano digging in the top of the 7th inning.
Ramon Laureano.
Still facing John Means. And Laureano fouls off a fastball. And the count is 0-1. Means deals the 0-1 to Laureano. It is a curveball that passes a diving Ryan Mountcastle for a base hit. Laureano now on first base, and Andres Jimenez at the plate. And Means already looking to try and pick off Laureano.
That's a ball.
And the 4-seam fastball missing wide. And the count is 1-0.
Two balls.
4-seam
No
fastball now missing the other way. And the count is 2-0. Means deals. Jimenez takes a crack at it and fouls off the slider, getting just in front. And the count is 2-1. Jimenez behind on the fastball. Actually timed it up pretty decently. But the count is 2-2. The 2-2 to the Guardians' second baseman is well inside. And the count's full. Jimenez with the payoff. And he is late on this fastball. And there are now 1 down for the Guardians in the top of the 7th inning. Brian Rocchio, the switch-hitting rookie shortstop, is now batting from the right-handed batter's box against John Means. And he hits a ball that is just a little high up on Westberg, but he successfully turns the 4-6-3 double play. And we head into the 7th inning stretch with the Guardians still holding a 2-1 lead.
Leading off,
Ryan Mountcastle
the first base.
digging in the bottom of the 7th.
Mountcastle.
And a fastball hanging over the middle is fouled off. And the count is 0-1. Williams deals. Hits a ground ball to second base. Jimenez is there. Throws it to Naylor in time
Now back
for out
the left
number
fielder,
1.
Austin Hayes.
Runs have been at a premium in this series. And Austin Hayes is digging in. A curveball missing low for ball 1. And there is a ground ball to second base. Jimenez scooping up that ball like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. And gets the out at first. 2 away for the Orioles. Curveball hits the bottom of the strike zone on O'Hearn. And the count is 0-1. O'Hearn fouls off the 4-seamer. And the count is 0-2. The 0-2 to Ryan O'Hearn. Freezes up on a changeup, caught him looking. And the 7th inning is over. With 7 complete, the Guardians hold on to that narrow 2-1 lead.
Now pitching for the Orioles.
And Danny Colombe, who has a hold in this series already, is now digging in on the hill.
Leading off for the Guardians.
And into the batter's box is the designated hitter, David Fry. Colombe deals, and Fry gets just under a cutter for out number 1 as he flies out to Santander.
The batter, the catcher,
Bo Naylor.
Counts 1-0.
Takes a slurve inside for ball 1. And the Guardians reset their bullpen. Colombe to the younger Naylor. A slurve off the plate counted as a strike. And the count is 1-1. A cutter outside. And it is fouled off. The count's 1-2. And that slurve missed well low. Naylor chased. And it's out number 2. And Stephen Kwan. Gets around a cutter. And the middle of the 8th comes with the Orioles still trailing 2-1 to our Cleveland Guardians.
leading off.
Ramon Urias.
The third baseman.
Digs in. And we have 1 step off. But that is because we are putting in Sam Hedges, our setup man. And he puts a 4-seam fastball off the outside for strike 1. And that sinker plunked him. And Jorge Mateo. Pitch running. 4-seam fastballs. And speed has been the common drill. But the count is 1-2. Fastball missing. Count 2-2. And that ball is fouled off. That high fastball misses. Hedges is putting together fastball clinic, but base hits. And we are in a jam. And Jordan Westberg is now up.
He's out. He's safe.
And the runner at the corner is safe. Runners at the corners. 1 out. And Adley Rushman, the switch hitting catcher, is now up to bat. And the Orioles have the tying run 90 feet
1 ball,
away.
2 strikes.
And unfortunately, the double play option is busted on a wild pitch.
3.
But Rushman strikes out, swinging on the very next one. A high four-seam fastball. And we choose to intentionally walk Anthony Santander. And now Ryan McKenna will be in as the pinch hitter, or pinch runner. But the very first pitch Gunnar Henderson sees is a high fly ball to center field to Miles Straw, and Hedges gets out of a jam. 8 complete. The Guardians hold on and take the 2-1 lead still into the top of the ninth. Jorge Mateo is now at third, and Ryan McKenna will be playing right field with Brian Baker now pitching for the Orioles, and Miles Straw due in. Fouling off the four-seam fastball, the count is 0-1 as well. Baker deals. It's a high, towering fly ball to right field for out number 1 as Ryan McKenna is there to make the grab. Josh Naylor, who has hit the go-ahead sacrifice fly, is now digging in. Naylor has fouled off the circle change. And the count is 0-1. Baker deals. And it is fouled off. The cutter fouled off.
What do you got?
A circle changeup. Check swing. On the fastball. Naylor. Fouling off. But Naylor crushing the next pitch. A cutter. No doubt onto Utah Street. Gone. And the Guardians will now increase their lead on the home run by Josh Naylor. 3-1. This pitch was an inside cutter that Naylor just took out into the warehouse area. And the lead is now 3-1 with Jose Ramirez digging in. Ramirez takes the four-seam fastball outside for ball 1. Ramirez 0 for 3 on the day. And fouls off the circle change, thinking it was just a little bit higher as he got just a little bit too far in front. And the count's 1-1. And Ramirez makes solid contact, but just a little late on that four-seam fastball down. High fly ball deep into center field to Mullins for the second out. Ramon Laureano. 1 for 3 on the day. Takes a four-seam fastball tailing away from him. And the count is 1-0. Laureano tries to push that circle change up the other way as he got behind it. And the count is 1-1. Laureano just got a little bit too far in front of a circle changeup, missing it high. And getting on top, and the count's 1-2. And a fastball blows right by him. But Josh Naylor stretches out the insurance of the lead. And we head into the bottom of the ninth. And Emmanuel Clase is entering the game. Ryan Mountcastle takes a cutter up high for strike one. Slider hanging over the middle for strike two. And it's a high fly ball, but it lands just in front of Laureano for the base hit. Austin Hayes digs in and takes a cutter inside for strike one. Hanging slider. 0-2.
One ball.
The fastball missing well too high. That counts 1-2. But that same high fastball right there, more accurately on the inside corner, freezes.
The designated hitter, Ryan
Austin Hayes, and it will put the first out on the board. The slider to Ryan O'Hearn is fouled off. Strike one. The cutter taken for strike two. And froze him on a four-seam fastball. And the Orioles are down to their final out in Game 3. And Clase putting on a clinic.
Outside, that's the ball.
On the 1-1, Naylor is there right at the tarp. And the Orioles fall to the Guardians here again. 3-1. And the Orioles take a 2-1 series lead. Now, this will be all we have for this episode of the March to October series. I am not going to end you guys on a cliffhanger like I did last series. I apologize for that. Forgive me. But on the next episode of this March to October series, we will be taking on the back half and second part of the ALCS, where we currently have the 2-1 lead. Until the next one, hugs and hand pounds, everybody.